we'll take tree pose. So let's find our mountain pose first. Always start with mountain pose. Really root into the feet. Bring our hands to our heart. And maybe we feel the roots really growing deep and steady and thick on our left side. And as you feel that rising energy coming up again, maybe you feel the buoyancy coming into the right. And then you can draw the sole of your right foot to the left ankle. You can even just leave your toes straight on the earth. And if you're feeling like you're a little unbalanced today from what we're working, maybe you stay right here with the toe on the earth still, right? Or maybe you feel like you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, feeling the left leg still really rooted, and bring the sole of the right foot a little higher on the leg. And then if you're steady here, really feeling the roots very strong, then you can blossom your tree in whatever degree you want to. Whatever is organically feeling right for you. For your arms today, you can leave them in Anjali Mudra. You can put your arms down. You can bring them up if you like. But the energy is really feeling from the base, right? It's because we're strong in our base that we can then move from the upper body. So as any balancing poses, I'll remind you, you want to have your breath, right? This is yoga. We have to have our breath. You want to move from your low base. You want to find your drishti, that one spot that you're focusing on that's not moving, like a single pointed focus. I think of Ganesha's tusk, single pointed focus there. And then we just settle into our balancing posture for today. And if you've blossomed your tree and you're ready to come down, on an exhale, we'll draw the hands down into the heart. And then when you're ready, we'll release the foot to the earth. But notice now the difference in the right and left side. Before you wiggle, see if you can notice the rooting quality, maybe a little bit of the ethereal or lighter quality to the other side, right? The one that was lifted. Again, I'll talk about Ganesha today because he's our deity that protects the entrance of the gate. Lots of times you'll see that Ganesha is often represented with one foot on the earth and one foot raised in meditation. Or sort of it's a symbol for us that we can be present in the physical world but also in the spiritual world. So let's come to the other side of tree pose then, as we feel like we come back into our mountain pose. Find the feet on the earth. That's all we need. We just need feet on the earth right now. Tailbone tracing towards the earth. Again, those last 3 vertebrae in the chain. Hands to the heart. Begin to feel and notice the roots really growing from the right side now. Steady. Maybe engaging the quad, lifting up from the knee. And then as you feel a little buoyancy coming into the left, we'll go to the left side now for our tree pose. So we'll bring the sole of the left foot either just right here to the ankle. Toe can be a little kickstand keeping you on the earth. Maybe you go to the wall and you use that to keep you steady. That is fine. You still get all the benefits. If you feel like you have a little balance today, you can draw the leg up. You can come all the way up the leg. Just don't put it by the knee because you don't want to injure the knee here. Take a breath. Find your drishti. Find that focus point, right? And if you feel steady here, use your breath to raise up those limbs. So as the roots are deep, deep, deep in the earth, right? We can lift up our arms, shine our light, grow our leaves, sway our palms. Notice how the pose grows a little bit as you settle in. What do you notice? Drop into your witness. Just notice your breath, if nothing else. And then inhale, we'll bring the hands back together. Exhale, we'll draw the hands to the heart. And then we'll release the left foot. Maybe again, you take a moment to notice what's happening right and left side now. And then let's wiggle. And let's move into our standing series then. So we'll come to the top of our mat for our standing series. So as we come to the top of our mat, we'll inhale to rise up. And on the exhale, we'll bow in. And on the inhale, we'll lift up halfway, again, drawing up from the base. And then on the exhale, we'll just step the right foot back into warrior one. So we'll see if we can bring, I'm going to turn this way, it might be easier to see. The back heel to the earth with the toes pointing about a 30-degree angle out towards the mat. You can see me better now. There we go. And then the hips in warrior one are pointed towards the short end of your mat, right? So sometimes it's a little difficult. If you feel like you really can't turn the hips without letting the heel come off the earth, then just come here. This is great. This is what we normally do anyway. And again, your front knee is at or behind that ankle. And then we'll inhale to rise up. So really, again, a lot of strengthening coming, a lot of energy coming straight from that base. Bringing the right hip forward, right? And squaring off the hips to the front of the mat. And then we'll inhale, shine your heart forward, and we're really rooting down in that back leg. So really feeling a very strong and steady base here. So take a couple breaths here. And then we'll exhale and we'll bring the hands to the heart. Now if you have not come up onto the back heel, I invite you to do that now. And so from here we're going to turn to take our right elbow to the left thigh. I'm going to turn around again. We'll take our right elbow to our left thigh. There we go. Bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra. And then as we spiral the thighs into the midline, and then we lift the heart and turn towards the side, right? Maybe we use the lower arm to help us to get into the twist today. And then we breathe, right? Inner thighs spiraling together, energy from the middle, lifting us up. Really draw that energy up. Squeeze the low belly in. And see how that changes the pose for you, right? Lift it up out of the spine, not dropping in. Yeah, nice. And then when you're ready, really press into the base. We'll inhale and come back to center. Yeah. And then on the next inhale, we'll draw the arms up. And then on the exhale, we'll open up to warrior two on this side. So warrior two. Left foot is in front, knee is over ankle. Right foot is back. The heel of the front foot is about intersecting the instep of the back. And then we draw our arms out from shoulder height. Maybe relax the shoulder blades down the back. And then our gaze is out over the front fingertips. Now I want you to feel like you could isometrically draw your heels together. See if you can feel that energy coming out from the base, your bones really rooting into the hip socket, and really feeling that that's really supporting you. So you're not gripping your muscles as much in this pose, but you're really using the strength of your bones, if you will, to really help support you. And then we'll just drop the back hand, flip the front palm. Reach it up and back, but stay low and steady in your base, right? So if you've come out of that front knee, maybe remind yourself to find it again. And lift up the upper arm. And again, rising up from here. And then on the exhale, we'll draw the arms back to warrior two. And inhale here. And then on the exhale, again, we'll bring that elbow to the thigh and reach the upper arm either straight up. Or if you like, I like to trace the horizon. You get the alignment of the shoulder right. and then bring that bicep by the ear. And again, we're spiraling from the base to lift our heart. Nice. And we're lengthening along the spine. We're not sinking into the shoulder. We're really strong, so that strength is coming right from the low belly. Nice. And then we're going to press into the feet. Strongly draw that energy up as we come back to warrior two. Nice. And then we'll just gently extend the front leg, the left leg now. And then we'll draw the arm down the leg and come into our triangle pose. So the top hip is rolling open and the bottom hip crease is closing there. Yeah, nice. Extending through the spine. Lifting up from the belly. Nice. And then we'll bend into the front knee, press into the feet, and then help that energy bring you back up. Nice. And then we'll come to the wide part of the mat, so bringing the toes both facing the wide part of the mat. Nice. And then from here, we'll just bring our hands to our waist, send the elbows back, and then we'll exhale and hinge right at the hips. Yeah, come to that flat back, right? Extend through the crown of your head, right from the tailbone. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, we'll bring the hands to the earth, and then we'll draw the crown of our head towards the earth as we come on down and look back through our legs. So we're extending through the spine, stretching into the back of the legs. Nice. Nice. And from here, we're going to stay really low. Let's send our toes a little bit wider than our heels now. And then we're going to bend into the right knee and walk the hands over to the right. And then we're going to stretch through the center, walk through the center, and then walk the hands over to the left. Bend the left knee, sink into the hips. We're going to come from one side to the other a couple more times, walking the hands through, bending the one knee, dropping into the hips, coming to the other side, and bending the other knee. We'll do that one more time on each side. Right, and then walk through and then come back to the left. And now we're going to pivot. So we're walking the hands around, pivoting the toes to the short end of the mat. Press into the mat and let's lift that leg right from the center. Come into three-legged dog, and then we'll release that foot to the earth. And then we'll come into that series on the other side, right from this downward facing dog. So as you inhale, lift the right leg back behind. Yeah. And then on the exhale, we'll draw the knee into the chest. Really move from that low base. And then bring the right foot to the top of the mat now. Press into the feet. Either stay up on the back toe or bring the heel to the earth, whichever version of Warrior One you want to come into first. Maybe draw the fingers behind and then move from that core. Really strengthen from there. Inhale. The energy brings us all the way up. Now we're in our Warrior One again, right? So check your alignment, knee over ankle. Sometimes you need to adjust. Yeah. Bring the hips in alignment to the front of the mat. So we're really moving from that center. And then from that steady base, we'll rise up. Shine your heart forward. Allow your shoulders to unshrug at the top. Nice. And then we'll come up on the heel if you haven't already. Press back through that heel. Come up on the toes. Bring the hands to heart center. Yeah. Nice. And then inhale here, and then exhale, we'll turn again from that base to bring the left elbow to the right thigh. And then we'll inhale, find that drishti if your balance is getting off balance. Press into the elbow as you turn your heart to the side. Again, this is twisting motion, is massaging the organs of the low belly. Yeah, it's compressing, it's bringing the energy and the awareness into that root chakra. Take another big breath here, extending through the spine as we turn. And then when you're ready, press deeply into the feet, right? And then inhale, let the breath bring you back. And then shine your heart up. Oof, Warrior One. And then on the exhale, we'll open up warrior two on the other side. So I'll turn to face you. Don't mean to be rude. Yeah, so we'll turn so that warrior one, we're opened to warrior two from here. Nice. So gazing out over the front fingertips. Again, feeling those heels as if you could draw them together, make your mat shorter. Do you feel the bones coming up to support you underneath? The bones are also part of that earth element, right? So that's the earthy part of our body. That's what we really want to focus on today. So we'll drop the back hand. We'll flip the front palm, open it up. Draw the palm up, feel the length, and then exhale, bring it over. Nice. Staying strong in the legs, steady in the feet. And then on the next inhale, we'll reach up. We'll come back to warrior two. Nice. Inhale here, and then we'll draw the right elbow to the right thigh. And then sweep the left arm up overhead, coming through the horizon if that works for you from an alignment standpoint. And now you're feeling really rooted in the feet, that energy rising all the way up the left side body. Rolling your heart maybe a little towards the heavens. Maybe the muscles of either side of your lips engage and you get a nice smile. Feeling really good. Press strongly into your feet. Let the top hand help to lift you back. Come on back to warrior two. And then we'll straighten the front leg, right? Adjust the feet if you need to. And don't lock out the knee here. Just sort of gently straighten the leg. And then we'll pivot from the torso and come into our triangle pose here. Yeah, nice. So as we bring the bottom hand down, bring the top arm up, or if that doesn't work for your shoulder, just come into a half bind. It's perfectly fine. Your gaze can be up at the heavens, it can be at the horizon, it can be at the foot. And since we're working on root chakra and really feeling connected to the earth, it might feel good to just look down at the earth right at this moment. So let your triangle pose have its moment, whatever it is today. Oh, a little adjustment in the back for me. And then we'll micro bend that front leg, press deeply into the feet. Top hand helps to bring us back. Warrior two. This time we'll draw both toes to the long end of the mat, but we'll bring the heels in. We're going to come into goddess pose first. So we're going to bring our arms out to the side. Elbows are at shoulder height. Feet are out. Knees are going right out over middle toes. Okay? So inhale here. Exhale. Send the knees out over the toes. Nice. Really strong goddesses. So this is really pulling from the base, right? So the tailbone is reaching towards the earth. We're really strong in the hips and in our base. Right here. Goddess pose. Nice. Let's bring the right hand in front and send the left elbow underneath the right elbow. And if you can, interlace the hands so you bring the both palms together, right? Inhale here, draw the elbows away from the body. And then on the exhale, we'll come down a little deeper. Deeper into the hips, and as you draw the elbows straight down, feeling a nice stretch in the upper shoulders and in the upper back. And then we'll press into the feet. Inhale, rise up. Unwind your hands. Come back to goddess. Whoosh. Strong, steady, secure, stable. And then from here, we'll bring the left elbow in front of the face. Sweep the right elbow underneath this time. Bring the palms together if you can. Send the elbows away from the body. Inhale here. And then the exhale will draw the elbows down as we sink down in the hips. Send the knees over the toes. Woo! Nice. One more breath. Yeah. Unwind the arms. Come on back. Goddess. Nice. Beautiful. So from here, you can adjust your feet maybe to the width of your mat or a little wider. Heels in, toes out, hands to Anjali Mudra, Mudra of devotion. And let's come all the way down through our yogi squat. Sending the knees out over the toes, bringing the tailbone down, You can definitely use a block here if you want to support yourself and hang out here for a few moments. Maybe you wouldn't be able to do that without the block, so we'll do that today. So in yogi squat, it's really not here, right? We're not curling in. We're really growing from that strength at the base, sending the knees wide, and we're lifted in the heart, okay? So the tailbone is down towards the earth, and we're really lifted in the heart. Take a few breaths here. You know, in many cultures, they really spend a lot more time here. Certainly, I've seen women in India sweeping the streets, sweeping the sidewalks right from here. Without a block, by the way. Yeah. All right. Whenever you're ready now, we'll come all the way back down to the earth and we'll finish our practice.